Stitch, you want to stay right there? Welcome back to another video on Techno Eclipse. I'm Scott. We're going to talk about how the best way to get a gaming computer might actually be to get an older gaming laptop, because that is not affected by the GPU price hike as of the last 6 months. On Techno Eclipse and technoeclipse.com. So as you can tell from the title of this video, what I'm thinking is the best way to beat it is to actually get a gaming laptop, an older generation with like a 980M inside of it. Those seem to go for $800, $700, $800, $900 on eBay. If you get lucky and find one on Craigslist, you might be able to find it for like $600 or $700. And it's not going to have the same performance as a desktop grade chip. It doesn't have the same cooling. I understand all of the negatives with a mobile chip like that, but it is still a 980. It's built on the same architecture. It's not, no, the performance isn't comparable to a 980 graphics card that you put into a PCIe slot on your motherboard and then, plug it in and play. But the great thing about it is it's affordable. So like 980s right now are extremely expensive because those aren't great for mining, but people need better graphics cards, so they're trying to find different graphics cards. They go a little bit older, and then with the 980, they're seeing still pretty solid performance. It used to be an enthusiast grade card. It's a couple years older now, but you're still getting basically top of the line performance, probably close to a 1070 with the 980, maybe a 980 Ti with closer to a 1070. So like you're getting enthusiast grade performance while also having to spend enthusiast grade money still. I mean, that's a 2-year-old card, but it still costs a ton of money because people are going to those cards that aren't crypto miners because they need good gaming performance, and people know that, so they're like, okay, I'll jack up my price a lot because every other graphics card's jacked up, so I'm going to jack mine up because everything's trending up with the graphics card prices. So I think the best way to go right now, if you really need to game, would be to get a gaming laptop. It might seem silly to get a laptop. You can't upgrade anything but like the RAM and storage. I mean, rarely can you upgrade the CPU. Sometimes you can. Sometimes you can upgrade the graphics card on very, very, very slim occasions. But if you can find some laptop with a pretty decent graphics card, even like a 1060 with it inside of it, or like a 970M, like just something inside of it that's above like a 1050, because 1050 you're not gonna, you're barely gonna be able to play on 1080. But if you get a little bit higher than that, you could play at 1080, you can play at decent frame rates. If you plug it into your computer, you can play, or a monitor, not your computer. If you plug in like a bigger monitor, you can get a bigger screen, so it'll be similar to a computer, and you still get all the benefits of a laptop, where like you can travel with it, it's portable. I mean, some gaming laptops weigh like 40 pounds, so maybe they're not all portable, but you look at what you get when you get a laptop like that, and yeah, you're gonna lag on performance, but the cost is gonna be almost what like. So I was looking around, I saw some for like $700-800 with a 980 inside of it, i7 980, 16 gigabytes of RAM, and then like an SSD and a terabyte hard drive or something, some type of mix of that, basically that combination. And when you see those, it's like that's gonna offer you 1080p gaming performance every day of the week. You know what I mean? It's gonna be solid, probably high settings, maybe not max, but high settings, medium to high minimum on basically every game. You're going to get 60 frames per second and FPS, 60 frames per second, I guess. It's like 60 miles an hour. I love how 60 is that number. 60 miles an hour, it's like all the speed limits. 60 frames per second, it's all the gaming speed limits you need. Frame limits, whatever, minimums. But so I think the best way to go would be to get a gaming laptop. It's an interesting idea. I haven't actually seen anybody else talk about doing something like that. So when you get one of these laptops with a 980, maybe a 970, maybe a 1060 or 1050 Ti, you're not getting the great performance, but the price to performance comparable to what is going on now is going to be solid. You still get the benefits of the laptop again, and it's kind of like your only option, or you just get like a 750. And I've seen people list 750 Ti's for $200. A $200 for a 750 Ti. That's like a 5-year-old graphics card. That was like a bottom of the barrel graphics card, basically. Like, I mean, you're talking about some of the lowest performance on like a graphics card that they released that year, and it's $200. So I just think this is the best way to get around the GPU crisis or whatever. I don't know, whatever it is, just what's going on with the GPU market. And I would love to know you guys' thoughts about this. How have you tried to beat the GPU crisis? And what do you guys think about getting a laptop? I know the performances are going to be quite on par, and you do pay a little bit more in some cases, but comparable to what you're getting with a different graphics card, they're like a desktop grade graphics card. I mean, it might actually be a similar price to performance, maybe even better. That's why I'm leaning towards that's why I'm thinking about it. Because right now you can't buy a graphics card unless you get lucky and find one on Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace or whatever. So let me know you guys' thoughts in the comment section down below. And I will see you in the next one. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And that's the cat. He's saying hi. Bye.